Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful Sprague Oil Complex. Thank you, folks, for coming. Friends, family, colleagues, everyone here. It's very nice of you to come and show up. We appreciate everything you're doing. My name is Jamie Pye. I'm the president of the Maine Energy Marketers Association. We're the trade association that represents the petroleum products that are sold in the state of Maine. We have about 400 mostly family-owned businesses in the state, and I'm also a member of the ballot question committee, whose goal and purpose is to oppose the Waterfront Protection Ordinance. I'd like to say a few words and introduce a few people for you today, and I appreciate all of you coming out on this great day. First of all, what are we here for? We are here to ensure the preservation of the South Portland working waterfront. We are also here to ensure the energy of every citizen in the state of Maine and in the region, that energy is affordable and abundant. We are also here to fight for the jobs and families of the people who work on the waterfront. What will this Waterfront Protection Ordinance actually do? If passed, the so-called Waterfront Protection Ordinance will jeopardize the working waterfront as we know it and the jobs and families who depend on it. It will also eliminate a large portion and the majority of the shipping traffic that comes to the Port of Portland. We call it Portland for a reason. It's the biggest port in the northern New England area. And it will undoubtedly increase the cost of heating oil, gasoline, motor fuels of all sorts, diesel fuel, and any product, kerosene and jet fuel, that are used that are coming out of this port for not only Maine but for much of northern New England. What does the Waterfront Protection Ordinance actually say? Glad you asked that question. I encourage you to read the ordinance. Read sections 3 and 4. It is in plain English. It will state the petroleum-related businesses on the Waterfront Protection Zone and the Shipyard Zone are prevented from performing any upgrades, construction, reconstruction, expansion, change of activity, nothing. They may only remain static. This prohibition will cripple the wholesale oil operations on the waterfront. It will also obviously cripple all the businesses that are associated with helping those organizations work. And eventually, these businesses will have to leave South Portland. In fact, there are a few major capital improvements that are already on hold or stopped at the moment because of the pending ordinance. However, what does the Waterfront Protection Ordinance actually not say? The voters in South Portland have been told that the ordinance is about protecting tar sands and protecting the bug light area. It is really not about that. Nowhere in this proposed ordinance which is written by some folks in the national activists, nowhere in this ordinance does it talk about tar sands at all. There is no proposed or pending project to bring tar sands to South Portland. There is no proposed or pending project to build any sorts of stacks on bug light. In essence, ladies and gentlemen, this proposed ordinance is not about tar sands. It is about the elimination of these businesses here behind me. We are basing our opinions on fact and not emotion. The proponents of the WPO have relied on misleading voters with emotion and fear to generate support for what we believe is a misguided ordinance. We and the men and women standing behind me are relying upon truth, facts, and common sense to encourage voters to vote no on the ordinance, which will devastate the working waterfront. To that end, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined here today by the highly respected Maine economist Chuck Lawton from Planning Decisions, who will present an economic impact study to you outlining the enormously negative impacts that this WPO will have on the working waterfront in South Portland and on the people of all of Maine.